I call this the black hole as a lenticular hologram, a break from the Dennis Gabor hologram description. Um, this is an example of a fly eye lenslet array producing a hologram. Um, these type of holograms are the basis of my concept of the intersection to a visual reality. An interface, a light interface is what I call it. That's the basis for my ideas of high technology, high tech invisibility and its inverse holodeck in the interior. You can call it the boundary and the bulk. This is a black hole, or the black hole horizon. This is the universe, the cosmic horizon that holds our universe. And with this description, and I'll also put a link to Leonard Susskind's concept of the black hole as a Dennis Gabor type hologram. With this type of hologram, it's much more precise. There's no messiness in the rings, the concentric rings that appear to spell out nothing in the hologram, on the hologram plate. With this, it's much more precise. You can even cast them as numerical gates, numerical gates. I call it a hypergraph intersections from 0 to 9. But first, in what direction does Hawking radiation actually radiate? Does it come out the side that it came in at? The side that it came in at? Or does it radiate out to the other side? Out to the other side. Does it come in? Does it radiate going out this way that it came in? Or does it radiate to the other side like an intersection of a visual reality would? The light would intersect through the visual reality. And also, just what is a singularity, and does it also reside on the surface of a black hole? An oscillating singularity? What I call this gate, these numerical gates, well, this laser won't work here, but these numerical gates, these graph gates, if you can read this description, as if you consider this graph growing as a black hole, this is one of the stages of its growth. And right here, if you consider these the singularity, these intersections of light, to be the singularity at an infinite concentration, if the singularity also grows as the black hole grows, and these are zillions and zillions of nodes, but this is just a small black hole, I guess, if there is such a thing, with not too many nodes. But as the black hole grows, the singularity oscillates from an infinite concentration to an open gate where it's not infinite. So that's a concept I'd like to introduce, an oscillating singularity. See, it's opened right here. It's closed right here. It's open right here, but it grows smaller. The singularity grows smaller, more concentrated as the black hole grows. And this black hole numerical nodal description follows a numerical and centered, off-centered, centered, off-centered. You can freeze this and read this, but I'll put this up in the image. This is a new description of a singularity. And if it is the mass of the black hole falling into the center, could itself complementarily also reside on the surface And another thing about from bit to it, or from it to bit, or however that goes, if you think of the surface area, the degrees of freedom of a black hole or the cosmic horizon as scrambled as you walk along, of course it's not going to make no sense. But in the bulk is where the hologram, where all the lines of light come together to create the holographic interior. And it's a dual horizon. There's the outside horizon and the interior horizon. This may be a void, but it also has a string description. These links from the outer nodes to its counterpart inner nodes, going straight through. And that's the reason I think Hawking radiation may not radiate back out. It may radiate straight through the singularity and out to the other side. And this is all based on a different type of hologram description of the black hole and possibly our cosmic horizon, our universe. A fly eye lenslet, integral fly eye array it's also capable of producing holograms, but it's also capable of producing invisibility. Invisibility, the hologram, the holodeck, what I call the holodeck, the yellow interior, is just a byproduct of sending light through an intersection of a visual reality, those red lines. So this, I guess to sum it all up, this type of description, a lenticular hologram of a black hole and possibly the cosmic horizon, gives an entirely new description of what a singularity could be, where the Hawking radiation actually radiates, and such things as a oscillating singularity, and also where does the singularity actually reside? Could it complementarily reside on the surface that creates the oscillating gate, nodal gate? That's what I call it, the nodal gate, that seems to open and close as a black hole, if you consider this a black hole description, grows. A nodal gate description of an oscillating singularity that may also reside on the black hole surface area. This is a dual horizon to our universe, but I'm also thinking of a duality within a duality, and for that is my description of that's a black hole inside, and that's a sphere within a sphere, a boundary within a boundary, and that's a dual horizon to the multiverse, which can be likened to this could be the individual universes, and this whole boundary of the multiverse could be the outer horizon of a duality within a duality. So I'll put a link to Leonard Susskind's description of Dennis Gabor type hologram to describe the black hole, and you can compare it to my much more defined fly eye lenslet description of a black hole as a hologram, possibly our cosmos, and a new way to think about a singularity. And this all comes from a different type of holographic display. Thanks a lot.